Let us discuss some of the interesting questions in the assessment part of our textbook material. So first, let's get to question 6. So the scenario here is Mr. Haban Singh, a well-paid construction worker in a high-risk or a high-rise area, decided to buy a large accident policy from an agent. So he's single, without dependent. In attachment to the proposal form to the insurer, the agent also reported that Haban is currently being pressed by the credit card company for outstanding payments of a large amount. So the insurer promptly turns down the proposal. So what are the likely grounds for the insurer to turn down the proposal? Could it be due to the high physical hazard, because Haban works in a high-risk area, a construction site involving a high-rise building? Yes. So the second one, likely moral hazard, because Haban is currently in debt. So the risk of this, the moral hazard is there. So do you agree on this part? Because out of sudden, Haban is requesting to have a large or huge amount of coverage for accident policy. Yes? Okay, the third one will be the possible moral hazard, because Haban has no dependents. Okay, so a person without a dependence, why does this person need such a large amount of coverage? So could this also be the ground for the insurer to turn down this proposal? Yes. So basically, all these three are potential or the likely grounds that the insurer turned down the proposal of Mr. Haban Singh. But another things that I want to discuss here, if in most of business deal, okay, because in this case, the agent approached Mr. Haban Singh and he already proposed to the insurers, but insurers decide to turn down the proposal, means insurer doesn't want to take up this risk. But in normal business deal, insurer here work as our suppliers or vendor, normally will give a quotation or a pricing to a potential client, or we call it quotation. So whenever the clients agree to the price and the things to be delivered, is considered a deal done, or means that the business deal is going on. So in this case, Mr. Haban will have already went through the price list of this personal accident plan, okay? And he actually agreed to the price. And now he filled up the form and proposed to the insurers, but insurer decided to turn down this proposal. So the word here will be proposal. So it is very important for us to understand that in insurers, the client is the one who actually proposed the contract to the insurers. Okay, and this is also why the insurers will normally go through a process called underwriting. Okay, although the price, the product will actually developed and designed by the insurers, but when come to a business contract in insurance, the client is the one who proposed to the insurers. And when the client proposed, the client need to provide with sufficient information for insurers to decide. And if let's say the insurers thinks that the risk is too high or it's not, it doesn't fit into their program, the insurer can still turn down the proposal and decided not to come into contract. So why do I highlight this here again? Besides understanding that the nature of a business contract in insurance is different from a normal business deal, I would like to also highlight that this is also something that we always hear about, non-disclosure. Because in insurance case, the insurer make the decision to come into the agreement or not based on information provided by the proposer, or in this case is the client. So if let's say a client or the proposer intentionally conceive or do not disclose some of the fact that he or she believes that will affect the decision of the insurer, it is not fair to the insurer. Okay, so based on this, sometimes claim may be rejected and the deal may be cancelled. Okay. However, this is just some additional sharings. Okay, and this is also important that we understand this when we come to implementation steps in risk management, because during implementation, a lot of time it will involve purchasing of insurance product. Okay, so as a financial practitioners, we need to highlight all the importance or the nature of this to our clients to make sure that whatever deal that they are getting are actually fair to both parties. Okay, let us now get to another question, which is also an interesting question in our assessment. It's the question 10. So a fire burned down Mr. Kong's factory. So before the fire, he was doing a lucrative business manufacturing advertisement boxes for export. Okay, he has several contracts on hands, so which require special precision printing machines to produce the materials to fulfill them on time. But because of the fire, the special machines destroyed. He cannot fulfill the contract on time and lost profit. Okay. Based on this scenario, property loss can be direct or indirect, if you still remember what we discussed earlier. So in this situation, which of the loss can be classified as an indirect loss to Mr. Kong as a result of the fire? Okay, this is what asked in the question. But let us go through the answers one by one. So the loss of the factory, is this direct or indirect? As you know, it is a direct loss. So this is not the answer that we want here. So the loss of the special printing machines, so is it direct or indirect? Yes, it is a direct loss to the property. The third one will be the loss of profits. So is this direct or indirect? It is indirect because it is due to the loss to the printing machine and the factory that he cannot produce this product for his clients, and this is actually the loss of profits is an indirect loss. And if you can recall indirect loss, we can also call it as consequences loss. Okay, so and come to the last answer, the loss of printing materials. So means that this is the stocks that are being burned down. So is this direct loss or indirect loss? Of course, this is also direct loss. So the only indirect loss in this situation provided is the loss of profits. But let us get out of beyond this question. Can you think of any other indirect loss may be caused by this fire to Mr. Kong's factory? Have you ever thought that the fire, okay, the contract with the client may involve compensation if he is unable to deliver the material on time? Okay, so if such clause is available in the contract, so this may also cause additional loss or indirect loss to Mr. Kong's factory. Do you agree? Okay, so although the question only asks for the answer, but I just picked this because it also involves for us to think of situation more than what was being asked. Okay, with your understanding of and if you're able to answer all this correctly, I believe that you have met your learning objectives of Chapter 2, which is risk management in our Module 2 of RFP program, which is risk management and insurance planning. Okay, all the best, and Hope you proceed well to chapter 3 later on.